Well, my peeps, probably time to get started. Oh, dang, here we go. All right, AD21, AH1S, AM1, F86K, Roland 1, AMX30 Super, Leclerc, the rack flak, the Hunter F6, and the Ariete, and the J5N1, the Type 16, the ME264, the RE2000 too early, the HMS Southampton, the Stormer, the ADATS, the Sturm, the Groza, the Yak-3U. And that's all for the first one. Thought I had some more coming. And, oh, here we go. The Japanese Fleet CVT. I am not going to try to read all these. We'll just slowly scroll through. There's one or two ships here that I recognize from that other warships game out there in the world. Okay. That's a couple Golden Eagles. All right, what do we got here? Let's start with the USA, I guess, and go from there. All right, so starting with the USA, as usual, I think we will go left to right here. Starting for the USA, 4 new vehicles in Army. We have got like just the ADATs. So we got the Bradley with the ADATs turret on top. Let's check the modifications. Let's see what they all look like here. Stock ammo is going to be the same as the regular Bradley. And upgraded ammo for that matter as well. The difference is the MIM-146 anti-tank guided missile, which is also an anti-air missile with a pretty impressive armor penetration value on it. That's going to do some damage. And we'll just take a peek at the premiums and make sure I didn't miss anything, but I don't think I did. Nope. Okay. So for helicopters, no new helicopters. Not a surprise there for America. Aircraft for America. I believe we do have at least one new aircraft, right? Pretty sure. Thank you, Shark.
You love me. You really love me.
Yes.
We at least have the AM1 Mauler, which is a torpedo plane meant for the end of the war that never really made it into serious large-scale service because the war ended. So the default is 14 250-pound bombs, and that is hilarious. We're just going to put those on quick and take a look at the picture with it. Oh, never mind. Nope, stop. All right, back up to the Mauler. Oh. Guess I can choose a crew for it. We'll just throw it here quick just so we can see it. I just want to see it with all those bombs underneath. Hey, we have to actually tell it to use those bombs. There we go. There we go. 14 250s. That's like dropping 14 chihuahuas on a target. Adorable, but not really scary. You might get some ankle bites, but that's it. That's actually kind of funny. And then the ultimate weapon loadouts on this thing go up to some impressive loadouts here. A single 2,000, probably this one looks better. 10 250s, 1,000, and a couple 500s. That's not bad. You can get a single 2,000 and 12 250s. That's not too bad either. And then there's... Where are they? There should be... Yeah, triple torpedo. Triple torpedo loadout, which I actually am going to do a test flight with that. Just to see... There they are. Okay. I'm going to do a triple torpedo loadout one. I'll come back and do the test flight for it, because I actually want to see if the thing... will drop torpedoes individually or if it drops like 2 at once. Or, you know, all 3. That's interesting. That'll be quite the torpedo plane for naval battles. And, of course, I forgot the A2D1, which started out as a 4.7, went up to 6.7. Lost a whole bunch of engine power, but has some pretty decent armor and or pretty decent ammo loadouts, rather. Like, for instance, 20 250-pound bombs. I want to see that. I want to see what that looks like just because that's hilarious. Put it over there. We can test fly them both. Oh my god, that is hilarious. Okay, new ships for U.S. Navy. What do we got? What do we got? I guess nothing? No new ships for the U.S. Alright, just the Brooklyn. Which I think is probably quite capable of dealing with most of the Japanese ships you're going to see. But I'm kind of surprised there wasn't a new American ship. Alright then. Okay, we'll test fly starting with the A2D1 just because that is great. Okay, realistic. A clear. Go. This gonna be good. Look at how skinny that fuselage is. That's hilarious. See what the takeoff run is like with 20 250-pound bombs. Oh, that's actually not that bad. Take a quick look at the cockpit. The mirrors seem to work fairly well. Roll rate isn't terrible with these bombs on board. I wouldn't say it's great, but got radar, that's nice. Oh my god. Whoa, look at the radar. That is different. Radar lock is interesting. We're gonna see if we can figure out how the radar lock is working on this thing. Because that is different right there. If we can catch this MiG-15, which I bet we can't. See if we can get a lock on him here. Yeah, it's not locking onto him. Because that's within 1 kilometer. Okay, got it. Alright. Well, we'll mess with that a little bit more later. I just want to come drop all these bombs. I should have put a better time delay on them, but I want to drop all 20 bombs off in a string. And bombs away. Oh, that's good stuff right there. That's funny. Alright, so on this radar view, you could actually see what should be the gun lock-on distance, I think, for the 1 kilometer gun guiding. Looks like. You can see it within the front little 12 o'clock pie wedge there. You can almost catch this. Look how much faster we got going after all those bombs got dropped off. That's hilarious. I actually want to just keep flying until the bombs reload, and I want to see how quickly the speed drops off. That should be pretty funny. Look at the speed drop. And they may not be the most effective bombs ever, but they'll be pretty funny. Oh my god, you could probably completely wipe out enemy SPAA parked in their spawn if you can get to them. Not that I would ever espouse such a tactic, but it would be pretty hilarious. Alright, that's probably good for the A2D1, I think. It's got much better bomb and torpedo loadouts than that. I just wanted to bring the 20 bomb loadout because it's funny. Alright, AM1 takeoff roll with 3 torpedoes and 12 H-bars. Let's see how that goes. We're gonna go do some anti-shipping patrols here. It wants to get airborne, it just can't. There we go. You're gonna have a long takeoff roll with this loadout. I don't know if that's gonna make it off a carrier. I don't know. There aren't any hostile ships, are there? Oh, we'll have to torpedo the friendly, I guess. It's a shame. It's a shame that the only naval target we have is a friendly aircraft carrier, but sacrifices gotta be made for the sake of the dev server videos. Hi, Muta, how are you doing? Alright. 1 torpedo run. Let's see what I actually should have paid attention to what the torpedo drop speeds are. But that should be slow enough. Okay, let's see how many drop. Oh, just 1. Yep, you can drop them individually. That's nice. I don't know that any of those are actually going to hit, because the carrier's moving. None of those are actually going to hit it. But it's nice that you can drop torpedoes individually and get all 3 drops instead of having to drop 2 together. I'm glad they did that for RB. That's good to know. You'll definitely get faster when you get rid of your torpedoes. That's cool. You can put 3 good torpedo drops in. This would be really nice for naval battles. Very interesting. Oh. Alright, we'll make 1 more torpedo run here with a better drop. Oh, look at those air brakes. Sweet. Nice, the air brakes, they're like sawtooth air brakes for the upper and lower. Oh, that is cool. Alright, we'll make a better torpedo drop this time. I think at least one of those. Maybe not. I don't know. That carrier might be moving too fast for those to hit. No, I think we got him. We got him with at least 1 for sure. Oh, just 1. That's funny. Just the 1. I haven't played naval in such a long time. I bet that did a whole lot of nothing. Alright, 1 last torpedo run, and then we're out of here for... I got a couple different vehicles I want to test drive, and then we will bail on it for today. Well, either those torpedoes aren't doing much because it's a friendly carrier, or they're just not doing much. I don't know. I mean, that's like, what, 5 torpedo hits now? I think that's what killed the original Lexington. All right. To Germany, under Army. We should have at least one rack flak. A Flackerack. Burt Flackerack down here at the bottom. Flak Panzer 1. There we go. Take a look at the modifications. Roland 1 or the Roland 3. So the upgrades. It does have a cannon. What's the cannon? 70... No. Not the cannon. Not 76. Let's see what the cannon says. Okay. It says cannon. Does it not have a cannon? No, it doesn't. I'm not sure why it says cannon times 1. Doesn't even have a machine gun. That's odd. Stat card says cannon, but I guess okay. It just means the missile launchers, which is weird because there's 2 of those. So that's goofy. But anyway, Roland 3 is an upgrade, which is probably just let's take a peek at the comparison here. Semi-auto, guidance 6.3 kilometer range, comp B 6.5 kilograms, 8.9 kilograms, higher explosive mass than the Roland 3. So you got a better explosive warhead. Okay, that makes sense. So there is the what I'm going to refer to as the rack flak or the flak rack instead of fla rack. It just makes more sense. Sounds better. It's also funnier. What? Oh, okay. I thought I actually had this available to me. Apparently not, but I can test drive it, which is funny. I should test drive that thing just so I have footage of me driving the dumb thing around. Alright, but it's not new to 1.89. That's what we're here to look at. So, I believe that is it for German ground vehicles, just the one. Okay, so helicopters for Germany. Nothing new there. Not a surprise. Aviation for Germany. Anybody new here? Don't believe that there is. Interesting. I can test fly everything. This is different for the dev server. Never seen that before. These little rare boys, I could test fly them. I'm not going to because I don't have the time today, but that's funny that I could do that. Oh, there we go. Duh. Of course there's one. Right. I forgot about the America bomber. That's not a terrible bomb load, but it's a little less impressive than I kind of thought it would be. I mean, most of the thing's weight would be fuel to, you know, bomb America, but still. It's almost disappointing in the max bomb load. But there you go. Pretty standard. Nothing new in the bomb load that we haven't seen in the HE-177. Just a 4.0 battle rating. Bit lower than the HE-177. So the bombs are the same as higher tiers, but they're at a much lower battle rating. So I guess there's the attraction with the ME-264. I suppose that's cool. And I believe that is actually it for Germany. German fleet. What do we got for the German fleet? Anybody new? That is a negative. Okay. Well, there you have Germany. Apparently, yes. Interesting. Radar goes 10 and 20. Okay, fair enough. Okay, I see. Alright, you're gonna have to lead her a little bit. Okay. Whoa, what are we doing here? Oh, it just locked onto the other one, didn't it? Oh, I don't know what it did. Okay, the reload's kind of cool. Not gonna lie, the reload's kind of neat. Okay, well that worked on the first one. Now let's see how ridiculous they made the missiles be, because I bet they did. Oh, okay, when you fire the second missile, it auto-rotates to reload. That's what was going on. Okay, that makes sense, too. That's actually cool. It'd be a little disorienting if you're trying to track a target, but I guess it doesn't matter if you're trying to track a target if you got nothing to shoot at it with. Oh, I changed my ammo so it's gonna switch out. That's sort of annoying. Now I wonder if I have two Roland 3s or... We'll find out in a second. Well, that sort of didn't really do anything. Oh, that's so ridiculous. That should not be happening. Roland is not an anti-tank missile. It should not be a thing. But okay. Got him. You gotta aim, you gotta lead him just a little bit and let it track in on him, so that's okay. Takes a little bit of getting used to, but it's not too bad. And then, of course, you can use your air-to-air high-explosive missiles as anti-tank in this, or ground-to-air, surface-to-air, as surface-to-surface missiles in this game, because... yeah. Because that's... something that we do. Well, anyway, there's the Burt Fleckerrack. Let's see what kind of speed it's got. Not too bad. It's pretty mobile. The radar turns off, but it doesn't fold down. I wonder if they'll animate it folding down later, because it looks like it should. Actually, I'm not sure if it should fold down or if that's the spinning gear. Like an external transmission or something. I don't know. Anyway. Pretty fast. Where are the smoke dischargers? Ah! There they are. I didn't see them hiding in the back there. That's cool. Not bad. Smoke up in the air. A little bit of artillery is always a welcome second smoke source and second defensive or offensive weapon source. So that's cool. Well, there it is. Okay, for Russia, for tanks, we have got not much up high. That's not surprising. Not much at all. The Sturm, right. That's right. This goofy thing. So, we've got an upgraded ATGM that'll come along later. Wow, 55mm pen the whole way through. That's... Is this anti-air? Is this an anti-air upgrade? Because that's... What the heck? I'm going to have to check that out and see what the difference is. I wasn't able to get on the previous dev server, so... Huh. Oh, wait. Can you just use this? Is this other one... What the heck? Alright, I'll have to check that in the test drive. I gotta figure out what's going on with those missiles. I haven't seen anybody's videos about this thing yet, so... Interesting. I believe that was it for ground vehicles. As far as the, Russians were concerned. Helicopters shouldn't be anything new. That is still true. Aviation. They had a couple, like Yak 3U I saw, and I think something else, so let's see. Ah! Nope. There it is. The Yak 3U. Oh, it's a rotary. Okay. What do we got here? 20 mils, 220 mils in the nose, pretty standard. So it's a Yak with a different engine. Yak 3 with a different engine. Interesting. Not a lot of ammo, though. That is just not a lot of ammo. Oh, wow. Don't think there are any other new Russian aircraft. Don't believe. I think that was it. Okay, Russian fleet. Anybody new for the Russian fleet? Yep, the Groza. Groza is new. Take a quick peek at this and see what we got. 7 turrets. 2 102mm guns, 3 37s, and 2 12-7 Dishkas. Thing. And get some depth charges. Sub chaser. Okay, that makes sense. Interesting, interesting. Bunch of upgrades there. I don't see any other... Don't see any other new ships. That seems to be it for the Soviets. Alright, as for this thing. Stock ATGM. Does this thing have a full 360 rotation? Nope. Not quite fully 180. It looks like 170 something degrees. Okay, not going to get through the lower front plate on the Abrams. That's probably actually a good thing. How about the weak point? I fired that too early. Yep, I forgot about the reload, the way this thing reloads. That's something to keep in mind. It's got to rotate back over. Okay. It didn't really get through there. Try the upgraded one. Let's see if the upgraded one gets through. We know this one's going to kill a Leo, no doubt. Okay, that's funny. Yeah, the upgraded ATGM will work. No doubts there. Okie dokie. My goodness. The reload system's actually pretty neat. Oh, check that out. It's a rotary loader. That is actually really cool. And, okay. I was about to say, we get the gun to expose how? There we go. Alright, we'll punch the little light one off at the 8. We'll punch the light one off at the SPAA. And we'll see what that does. I guess from the side it's going to kill it no matter what, but whatever. So you can kill lightly armored stuff with it, no problem. Let's see what it does against, let's say, a chieftain. Well, it actually killed the driver from above somehow. Can we get through the weak point? What? Does the game have the M60A1 modeled backwards from what it actually is in the test drive? Because that was funny. Wow, that got through. Yikes. That was interesting, I gotta say. This thing should be, we're talking like IT1 when it was released levels of hide behind obstacles and troll launcher missiles, so that'd be interesting there. This is going to be a pain in the ass. This thing right here might bring back the chemotherapy video series, I suspect. We'll see. For the UK, let's see what we've got here. UK has got in tanks. I know. Actually, I don't know. There was something new. I was thinking there. Yeah, there we go. Right. One patch later, they get high velocity missiles. The FV-4333 Stormer with Starstreak SAMs. This is going to be hilarious. No upgrades to the weaponry, which it doesn't really need, but pretty standard on the modification tree here. Smoke grenades and artillery, along with all the usual other suspects. The problem with the vehicles that don't have a lot of modifications in each tier is that makes the modification tier cost go through the roof. Because it's always 100,000 here, but it's divided by how many modifications you have. So if there's only two, it's going to be a long time to get parts won't be as bad. But FPE or tracks, the other ones are going to be really expensive and take a long time to get. Which will take even longer if nobody's driving Britain. And that's it for England for ground. England air. What do we got? What do we got? The Hunter F6, righty right. Hunter with air-to-air missiles. Short range, air-to-air. And snebs, nice. And some decent little bomb load for some ground attacking, too. You want to be able to use a Hunter in ground attack for more than just strafing light unarmored targets, which isn't bad. It's not bad either. That's not too bad. 36 rockets and 4 force rams. It's not too bad of a... Or a couple bombs and 36 rockets. This is not too bad for the ground attacking. There we go. There's the one. 36 rockets and 2 1,000-pound bombs. There's your ground attack loadout right there. That's not bad. That's not a bad ground attack. Tank battles. Usable Hunter. It'd certainly be good for air-to-air fighting, too, for Air RB and Air AB. And Air Sim, for everybody who plays those. For the British Navy, we've got the Southampton. Let's see what the Southampton is bringing to the game. 6-inch guns, 102mm guns, not bad, not bad. What's CPBC? Oh, piercing. Capped piercing ballistic cap. Got it. I was thinking close proximity, but I was like, that doesn't make sense. That's not how ships work. Not bad, not bad. Looks like a pretty good ship. For anybody who can play naval long enough to get to 5.3. Okay. That looks like it for British ships, and therefore it for Britain. Now for Japan, which is more or less the focus of 1.89. First off, for Japanese tanks, I know we've at least got an IFV, a wheeled IFV, and there we are. Or in this game, as it's called, a tank destroyer, which, you know, it's not, but whatever. Infantry fighting vehicle, reconnaissance vehicle. M735, well that sounds familiar. Up to Type 93, that also sounds familiar. 75 Hesh, Type 90 1 Heat FS. Some smoke rounds, laser rangefinder, artillery. Won't have scouting probably because it is a tank destroyer. 9.3. Copy paste of Centauro? Anyone? Anyone? Copy paste of the Centauro Romor except for this? That's not what it looks like to me at all. I'm looking forward to getting it. All the same. Should be a lot of fun. I bet it'll have the same... Well, actually, I am looking forward to test driving this because the wheeled vehicles are supposed to be better in driving now. So that is actually something I'm looking forward to. And I believe that is the only Japanese ground vehicle. Oh. Oh. Senpai Cobra-san. What do we got here? We got toes. Up to 8, probably. Looks like just 8 of them. Yeah. Up to 8 toes, I think. And you can get rockets and other weapons along with it. So this will be fun. And of course, everybody can have their heart attack about the Japanime skin on it. Which I think is actually hilarious that it's the standard camo. Ah! Ha ha ha! Personally, I think it's going to be funny because everybody's just going to lose their minds when they have to see anime skins on helicopters. As if people didn't hate helicopters enough. That's a pretty sweet skin, though. That's a cool tricolor camo. Good jungle color. And looks like this one might also be stock, so everybody who wants to fly Japanese helicopters but hates anime and weeb skins, there you go. It looks like you get a free skin to replace it with. And for aviation for Japan, we got the J5N1 somewhere. Where did it go? So many giant twin-engine fighters. There it is. So many giant twin-engine Japanese fighters, it's hard to locate them all. That seems to be it for Japan. We'll take a peek at the mods there. Yeah, 30mm guns, 20mm guns, and then the usual ammo upgrades for those. Nothing we haven't seen before there. Not terribly excited for that airplane myself, personally. But I'm sure somebody out there has been dying for it to be added to the game, so hooray. And, of course, the big centerpiece of this update, that the entire update is developed and named around, the Japanese naval tree. We got a bunch of smaller ships here, smaller local patrol boats and sub-chaser type ships. Motor gunboats, coastal patrol type ships. Sub-chasers and so on, PT boats, motor gunboats, not bad. A lot of sub-chasers. You got to get through a lot of sub-chasers before you start getting to destroyers. And a couple premiums, which are already available. Furutaka is the biggest cruiser you can get. It's one of the earlier cruisers in that other game. And the Kuma. Yep. Few heavy cruisers. Light cruisers. Yep. Up to a 5.7. That should have that should be having some pretty decent fights with the Brooklyns and the HMS Tigers. That'll be interesting to see. So there you've got the Japanese updates for 1.89. And for Italy, we've got a tank. And it's pretty exciting because I already greatly enjoy the Ariete P. And now we're going to get the Ariete production model. C1 Ariete instead of the pre-series. It's the series production one. So modifications. Ooh, they've got their own maximum tier APFSDS, and that's some pretty good pen numbers right there. Wow. That is going to be some dangerous long-range APFSDS getting flung around the battlefield. It also starts stock with DM33, so that's also pretty good. Your first upgrade is Heat FS that's got pretty good penetration, too. So the DM33 is extremely good, but the Heat FS is good for lighter things that you're just going to pen right through. So it's not a bad thing to have as an upgrade. Obviously, parts and FPE first, because you're going to kill or seriously damage most things with DM33, so... Should be a pretty good engine as well, from what I understand. Looking forward to having that. And the pre-order available OF40 Premium MTCA. That should be interesting as well. Pretty standard 105mm ammo until you get the DM23 as its ultimate upgrade. So very similar to the regular OF40s, but nicely premium. So that will help with getting the Ariete, if anybody is going to grab that. And for aviation, for Italy, what do we got? What do we got? Do we got anything? I'm thinking no. Unless I missed a yellow bar somewhere. I don't think there's any new Italian airplanes. Wait. I thought there was an RE. There it is. I knew I saw an RE. There we go. RE 2002 early. There you go. 12.7s and 7.7s with some ammo upgrades for them. And up to, what, a 250? 250 kilo bomb. And a pair of 250s or a 250. Or, I mean, a 250 with 250s and then a 250 with 200s. So that's the ultimate bomb load is a centerline. Centerline 250 kilo, not bad, and 100 kilos out on the wingtips. That's not too bad for a 2.3 battle rating bomb load. That's actually pretty good. Should be pretty useful for low tier ground battles. There you have. Just take a peek at the poor thing. 7.7 with no stabilizer. Ripperoni, my favorite Italian food. Alright, first things first. See, God, look at that turret rotation. Ooh, it's beautiful. 64B, okay. Yeah, not much trouble there. Wow. Well, that hit the lower that I wasn't trying to hit, but... What kind of angle can I possibly get to really be a tough angle? Guess an extremely oblique angle here, maybe? Still went through with no problem. Okay, engine power test. Let's see what kind of engine speed we can get here. Well... It's getting there, but the RPMs are not. The RPMs are not doing what it feels like they should be doing. Top speed's alright. It'll be interesting to see how it is stock, though. I mean, it got up to 29 miles per hour, which is pretty fast comparative to everything else. Not that bad. But the engine RPMs didn't feel like they got that high. We'll take one more long-range shot at the ZSU-23 just because it's funny. The Tokyo drift ability is not bad. Should be fine. Oh, it fires all 8 smoke out. That's not cool. I mean, it's fine, but... The biggest danger for this thing I see is that the gunner sights a flat panel to shoot through. But it should be a relatively harder target to hit, so... Yeah, this thing's gonna be a monster. 31. So I just got way faster and way higher RPMs right there, so I don't know what's up with the engine. Go look at the armor. Okay, armor. Let's take a look at the armor. behind this. Can't tell what's behind this plate here. Doesn't look like much. Then up here we've got, okay, well, tracks, whatever. But then behind the tracks, high hardness rolled armor, effective thickness is pretty good. And then what's behind that? I can't tell from the X-ray what's behind these things. I don't know. The turret armor looks pretty good though. Because I know it's better than 31. It's just a matter of what's in between that. I guess we check the X-ray. At the X-ray, we've got based armor in the front. And then composite. Yeah, there we go. Now we can see all the different... Okay, so... Better frontal turret armor. And better upper front plate armor. And then the lower front plate seems to be just... Yeah, the lower front plate is what you see is what you get. But the frontal turret armor looks pretty good. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I think I'm going to enjoy the Ariete as much as I'm enjoying the Ariete P right now. Okay, and then there's France. Last but not least, we come to France. We come from France. And we've got the Leclerc, the Roland 1, and the AMX-30 Super. So we'll start with the pre-order French 8.7 to finally bring almost all nations into 8.7 premium, one death and outdone hell. We've got France now with a 8.7 to match up with Japan and all the rest of them. And for upgrades, yeah, pretty standard AMX-30 ammo loadouts here. Nothing different or special there. Just what, the stabilizer, I think, right? He has the stabilizer. We'll test drive it in a minute. The Roland 1, that does actually provide something interesting. Very, very similar to the other Roland we already saw. Same thing, just on a different chassis, so... It'll be extremely familiar to whichever... If we have anyone who plays all the nations and gets one or the other first, it should be really familiar when you unlock the second Roland. And then the Leclerc that everyone's been dying for. Starting out with the same ammo and probably the same gun as the AMX-40, I bet. CN 120-26. Let's see. Yeah, so it's slightly different version of the same gun that the AMX-40 has. Same ammunition too, which makes sense. 120 French ammo is going to be the same. So already familiar APF SDS. It would have been among the best APF SDS in the game, except for the Ariete, the C1 Ariete's series production ammo was pretty dang good. So I have to deal with Heat FS for a while till you can get to 4th tier, but it's not terrible Heat FS, it's just not as good as APF SDS, of course. Won't shoot as flat, but not bad. Oh, there's no Sir Blinde over here. Gee, that's too bad. French helicopters, nothing new. And French air, don't remember seeing anything new here. Oh, right. That's where the F-86K is. Okay, the Sabre Dog is French. All right. Sabre Dog gets AIM-9Bs. That's it. It's just a pure interceptor fighter. Air-to-air, no real ground attack. You get 20 mil armor target ammo, but that's very, very lightly effective at best against armor that you find in this game. It'd be meant more for strafing, like radar installations, or, you know, airfields, parked aircraft, soft vehicles like trucks, etc. Not really meant for going after strafing armor ground targets, so... And that should bring us to a close for all the new vehicles for 1.89. One thing I want to check, I can't remember, I know it says it, but I want to see if the AMX-30 has a stabilizer. The 30 Super. I don't remember if it does or not. I just want to check that for my own personal knowledge real quick, and then I'm probably going to wrap up the dev server here after that, because I need to get back to my family. Looks pretty stabilized to me. So you can get a stabilized AMX-30, so as a premium, that's not too bad. That's actually not terrible. I don't know that I would personally buy it with my own money, but if you want to join in the 8.7 premium cancer battle rating, where every nation's got an 8.7 buy your way into top tier tank, I guess you could do alright with it. I mean, it's buy your way to APF SDS too, with a stabilizer, and it's a fairly small target. Not too bad. It does have a stabilizer though, which is nice. I mean, I suppose this tank with some bushes on it, you'd be alright sneaking around. Stabilizer is definitely what the French have been missing big time from their higher tier tanks until you get to the AMX-40, so a second stabilized French tank on your way up through the tree would probably not go amiss. So, yeah. There you have it. What'd you buy, Shark? The AMX-30 Super? And France gets the Roland, which should be on the AMX-30 chassis. I think. Yeah, that looks like a built-up AMX-30 chassis. So anyway,